What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a really long time since the last time I posted anything, and I apologize for that. I have been slacking big time, but I've been very busy. I just went over to Alex's house roughly last weekend, visited him. He's doing great. Also keeping really busy with his house and the boat and whatnot. But yeah, over here I've also been crazy busy. I picked up a new project, and I've just been busting my balls on it. Sorry. Yeah, it's just been taking up so much of my time. I'm trying to get a house. I've been house hunting, and hopefully when I get this project done, I'll be able to have a pretty substantial down payment for a house. But without any further ado, this is what I've been working on here. Picked up this 2006 Acura MDX. I got this car for $600. It needed a new engine. It had 5 holes in the block, including the oil pan completely gone. Interior is minty fresh. I mean, this thing is loaded, has all the available options. It is nice. Like I said, I picked it up for like $600, next to nothing. Needed a new engine. Picked up a new engine from a buddy, and the new engine I put in it, my buddy told me that his wife ran it out of oil, so he said he heard a knock, shut the engine off, pulled it out the car, and I got it. So what I did was, I got the new engine, I put it up on my stand, flipped it over, put all new bearings in the bottom end of it, put it back together, put it in the car, which was a pain with the subframe and whatnot. But anyways, put it in the car. There it is. It's a J35A9 out of a Pilot. It's a little different than the one that was in here before, but it's basically the same thing. So anyways, yeah, put it in here, went ahead, fired it up, and all of a sudden it was burning oil like crazy. I mean, it was dumping exhaust smoke out of the breather port on the back head. It blew the intake off because there was so much exhaust dumping into it. It was not good. And obviously I was a little upset about that because I just spent 2 weeks putting it in the car. So anyways, yeah, so it needed new piston rings. Went ahead, pulled the engine apart in the car, took both the heads off of it, got underneath, dropped the oil pan, put new piston rings in this engine, and now it runs great. It runs really good, actually. So the only thing I'm waiting on now before I can sell it, I gotta put the hood back on, obviously. I did not align the steering wheel very well, so when you're driving straight, the steering wheel is pretty much sideways. So I need to take the steering knuckle back off and realign that. It needs brakes, it needs rotors and pads, which I have around here somewhere that just got delivered yesterday. Planning on doing those tonight. Maybe I'll film a little bit of that. I don't know if I just didn't know if you guys wanted to see all this work that I've been doing on this thing, because it's really not that interesting, and you've already seen a whole bunch of videos that I've made before about disassembling a J series and yada yada yada. But this has been keeping me extremely busy, guys, and this is why I have not been making any videos, so I apologize. I do have some content on the hatch to throw in this video. I did a little bit of work on it since the last time you guys saw it, so I'll throw that in this video as well. But I just wanted to make a quick video, guys, and let you know that I did not forget about you. I've been very busy, and there's a good reason behind it. Because like I said, I am house hunting. I'm actually getting ready to go look at a house here in about a half hour or so. That way I'll have a place to call my own. I'll have my own garage. I won't have to worry about getting in farmer's way and whatever, just engines everywhere. So yeah, that's my plans right now, guys. Like I said, I'm house hunting. When I get this thing sold, I'll be able to have a pretty good down payment on the house. The Kelly Blue Book's for like $7,000, and I'd be happy with $5,000. So like I said, I've got next to nothing in it. So yeah, like I said, guys, I am sorry that I haven't been posting. I have been slacking big time. Alex has also been busy working on his house, working on the boat, everything like that. So, you know, life happens. We're in quarantine. What can you do? So, yeah, that's what's going on here, guys. Like I said, later tonight when I get home from looking at the house, I'll probably dive into these brakes. Probably film some of that for you, just so I have some kind of content for you guys to keep up with. But yeah, so for now, I'm gonna go look at this house. It looks really nice, got a huge garage just like I need, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's great seeing all of you guys again, and I will see you later tonight. Alright, guys, it is now the next day, roughly. I did not make it very far on the MDX the other night. It was just fighting me every step of the way. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this car has been sitting in basically a field for the last 3 years, so getting these screws out of the rotors is not going well. I do have I have an impact screwdriver, and usually I've never had any problems with this thing getting those screws out, but it has snapped off both of my Phillips head bits because these things just do not want to give way because they are so rusty. So I went and bought another one of those just in case, and I started just drilling these ones out. The problem is that the tips of those bits are still inside the screws, so my drill bits just do not want to go through them, so it is not going very well. Also, on top of that, the back wheels, all the lug nuts are out, but these things just will not pop free because they're all rusty. So yeah, it's just not going very well, but I mean, it'll go eventually, I'm sure. It's just fighting me. So yeah, but it does run. I'll show you guys that here in a minute. Actually, I can show you that now. I guess I have the key. So battery might be dead. It's been sitting for a while without starting, but let's see if it'll fire up here. Steering wheel's locked. Yep. It does run. It runs really smooth. With all the new pieces that I put in the engine. No valve ticks or nothing. It sounds great. So obviously it needs a bath really bad. It's been sitting in a field, but it'll be cleaned up nice once we get this thing going. It does have, turn the radio down. It does have some lights on the dash, so those are going to need looked into to figure out why. Maybe I forgot to hook some sensors up or something when I put this engine in. Who knows? Anything could be going on with that. I did put new ABS sensors in it, the ABS lights on. That could be why. I'm not really sure there. But yeah. Oh, I also forgot to put the clips back in, the 3 of the fuel injectors. So I'm going to pull that intake manifold back off at some point and put those back in. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, I'm just worried about these brakes because I drove it probably 20 miles and it shakes really bad. A, the tires are probably flat spotted from sitting for 3 years. But B, I know the rotors are warped because when you push the brakes, you can feel the pedal like shaking quite a bit. So yeah, I'm going to do the brakes now, hopefully. At some point get those things off there, and then we'll get new tires for it if it still needs it, and then it'll be up for sale. So yeah, I'm gonna start tearing into these freaking brakes and see what we can do. All right guys, so I have been drilling and drilling and drilling and drilling on these screws, not getting very far. So I was like, okay, went over to the store, grabbed some brand new drill bits, also a sledgehammer to try to get that back wheel off. Probably the other back wheel too, because I'm sure it's stuck on there. So I hop in the Cadillac, cruise over to Lowe's, get my drill bit set, get a sledgehammer, yada yada yada. Coming home, pull into the driveway, and I hear a boom, and the front of my car, the front of the Cadillac just drops. And it starts feeling like I can feel it in the wheels. I'm like, oh great, my brand new tire just blew out again for the second time. No, I'm thinking my strut just blew. Now we're tucked, you know, stance life. So that's good. Yeah, so what a day it's been today. I'm gonna jack this thing up and look at it, but it looks to me like the strut just went, so that's good. So I might as well just do both on the front if I'm gonna do one. So yeah, that's my hell. Hope all you guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get back into drilling on this thing and see if we can get her done. Alright guys, so I got one of them drilled out. The second one should be free, but I think the head of the bolts just kind of rusted in there. Why can't I've been hammering on this thing trying to get it to come off and it will not, so I'm thinking that this one might not be drilled all the way through still. The problem is there's a tip of a drill bit that's stuck in there and I cannot get it out for the life of me, so I can't drill any more into it because that drill bit piece is in there. So I've been taking a pick and trying to pick it out, and I can get it to move around in there, but it will not come out. So I've been fighting with this stupid thing. It'll come. I did get the back tire off with the sledgehammer that I bought, so that's good. But yeah, we're just trying to get these rotors off here, and it's just fighting every step of the way, but we'll get it. Alright guys, so I just got the tire off the Cadillac and I already found the problem. So it's not the strut. Strut's fine, spring's fine, but you can see it, the ball joint is no longer in its socket. So that's not good. So it's going to need a new ball joint. I might as well do one on both of the fronts So yeah, that's good. At least it's not an easy fix. So yeah, I'll have to go ahead and get one of those on order, and then we'll go from there. What is up, guys? It is now Thursday, and my new lower control arms for the caddy were supposed to be delivered today, but unfortunately they got delayed, so they're not going to be here until tomorrow. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the old control arm and ball joint off of the car now. That way when they get here tomorrow, I have a lot less work to do. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start getting up in the air, get it jacked up, and get the wheel off and start tearing into it. Alright guys, I'm back here working on the V. I already got the passenger side lower control arm done. Sorry I didn't film any of that. It was pouring down rain outside and I did it in the rain, and I was just trying to get it done as quickly as possible, but it's done. So now I'm going to go ahead. I got the Cadillac in the garage, and I already got the driver's side lower control arm out. So I just gotta put the new one in. The nut on my sway bar link got seized up on there. I couldn't get it off, so I got the top one out. Luckily, went and bought a new one of those. So now I can put that on. Then I can put the lower control arm on, and then it's done. It'll just need another alignment, which kind of sucks because I just got one, but it is what it is. So yeah, hatch is out there at the end of the driveway. If you guys can see that. I'll be taking it for a cruise later today. I'm going to the range with some friends, but yeah, so we'll get tearing into this thing and get her finished up, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I got that bolt in, which is actually kind of a pain in the butt because I got to loosen up the whole steering rack and lift it up because this boot right here is in the way to slide that bolt in, but got it. Now I just got to put the nuts on there, tighten those down, and then I can do the strut, sway bar link, and the ball joint. And then we're all done. Should be back on the road. So, yep, it's coming along, going pretty smooth, guys. Alright guys, so I just adjusted cylinder 1's valves. This one down here on the exhaust was super loose, so I'm thinking that might have been the culprit for all the valve tick I was hearing. But while I have the valve cover off, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that all three of the back ones are good, and then I'll move on to the front ones just to be sure that they're all good. And then, yeah, like I said, we might end up painting the valve covers. We'll see. So, yeah, we'll move on to cylinder 2, and then we'll do 3. Alright, so I got all the back valves adjusted. They were all pretty close. Some of them were a little loose, but they were all pretty close. Because I already adjusted them once before, but I was kind of rushing it because it was pretty cold outside. So, yeah, got those ones done. Now I'll move on and do the front ones, and then, yeah, that's it. Alright, so I did decide to go ahead and sandblast these. Hopefully we can get this paint off with these the walnut shells. We'll see. So yeah, got this out here. Air compressor's on, waiting for that, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully we can get these things stripped down. Alright guys, so the sandblaster just was not working out very well. It got, I mean a little bit, but it just was not doing very much. So ended up going to the store, picking up some aircraft paint remover. So I'm going to go ahead and just lather this on there. let it sit for a little while. Both heads, or both valve covers, and then that should strip it right off there so we can get to painting. I bought red engine paint, so I'm going to paint them red, obviously, and then we will go from there. So yeah, we'll get to stripping, and it said it should take like 45 minutes roughly, so we'll get it out on there now, and then we'll just be waiting. Alright, so I got it on there. You can already see it's starting to peel up the paint on there, so yeah, it's working, so now we just wait. Alright guys, got them both all painted up, and they came out actually really good, so now I'm just kind of waiting around, letting them dry, and then we'll get them back on the car. So yeah, been a pretty productive weekend this weekend so far with everything getting done, so yep. Alright guys, just got everything back together. It actually runs a lot better now that we adjusted the valves, because before it would like bog down and die at least one time before you started every time, and just started up, it didn't do that at all. There's no more valve chatter, and yeah, it runs great, so we're just waiting on that tune.
Painted the covers?
Yep, yeah, covers are done. See them, kind of. Came out really nice, so yeah, it's been a pretty productive weekend. Everything kind of came together, so yeah, I don't really know what to do next now, so just wait.
Now on to that turd.
Yeah, that thing over there, gross. Alright guys, we're all done here. It needs an alignment bad. It's towing in on both sides pretty bad, so I'm going to take it over to the shop now and get an alignment, and then yeah, it's done. So that's all I got to do for now, guys. I'll get back on the MDX relatively soon-ish. So yeah, anyways guys, that's going to be it for this video. So until next time, we'll see you.